This artwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up artworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the artwork so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. If you'd like to build one of your own, pop along to fanhome.com. They're available in many countries worldwide. If you do want to build one, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're getting on. So thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to issue 11 of building Kitt, the Knight Rider. In this issue, we're going to be putting the big floor panel onto the chassis and starting to build it up to be something quite nice. But first of all, as ever, we'll have a look through the magazine. This series, we're looking at Edward Mulhare. Mulhare. I don't know how to pronounce it. I would assume Mulhare because that's what it says. Obviously, played Devon. He's been doing things for a long time, and yeah, there we go. Born in 1923 in Cork, Ireland. So I don't know. Oh, he did die. There we go. Because it says death there. I was going to say, I don't know if he died yet. He'd be 100 next year, but no, he died in 1997, unfortunately. But there we go. So yes, did lots of TV and cinema from 1958 onwards, by the looks of it. And yeah, there we go. Lots of films. The only cast member who appears in every episode of the series, apart from David himself. Nice, yeah. I did other things throughout. Right, it was in Battlestar Galactica. I didn't realise he was in Battlestar Galactica. Here we go. Murder, She Wrote, obviously. Appeared in Baywatch Nights. That's interesting, along with obviously David Hasselhoff as well. Right, stage 11. With this issue, you assemble the centre section of the chassis and join it with the front axle. Big metal plate, lots of screws, other bits to add on. Quite a quick build episode by the looks of it, but needs to be done, obviously. I think this is half of the car, or maybe a little bit more than half. I'm not entirely certain. There we go. The character, obviously, we're looking at Devon Mars. It's an entire thing about that. So no actual episode this time round, just looking at characters and actors. Yeah, that's that. Right, as ever, that's the end of the look through the magazine. I'll clear the bench, we'll get the parts ready, and we'll start putting things together again. Right, we have the large plate. It's quite nice. Obviously the outside, I would believe. Yeah, and the inside, which is going to have something else attached to it because it's got the beige light coloured flooring and everything, upholstery, doesn't it? So onto there, we are fitting this plastic part. I don't know why that's a separate plastic part, but it is. I can only assume that at some point in the build, access was going to be needed through here for, I don't know, mounting on a post or something, maybe, or I really don't know. But we've got to put it together. We're going to be using GM screws to hold that in place. Let's get 2 of those out for now. Just 2. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting good at this, getting the right number of screws out. But I suppose I should be getting good at something by now. But there we go. So we'll put these 2 screws in the top here. Obviously, that plastic piece only goes in one way. Not the first way I put it in. It doesn't fit properly. In the right way round, and you'll be done. That is again not quite lined up on that side. That's a little bit better. So let's get that tightened down. Plastic part going into the metal part, so we're using metal screws to hold it in place. That's that. I'm happy enough with that. That's okay. You're never going to see it unless you pick it up and look underneath, but there we go. That's that. Now flipping it over, and we're going to be using another GM screw. I should have got 3 out. I knew it. And we're putting one of these little bracket parts in place. I assume we're going to be doing the other one shortly. But for now, this is going in there onto that little post down there by the looks of it. That's going facing that way by the looks. Just on there. like that. Not sure about the other side because it's got two brackets here. I'm guessing and looking at without looking ahead. I'm guessing ahead again, and I've got to stop doing that because it doesn't help. Tighten down so it doesn't move anymore. There we go. Nice and secure. That'll do that. Turning the page over to start the next one. Yeah, we are putting the next one on. And it is going. There is one more bracket over there. I didn't even see it for looking. So one more GM screw, leaving us one in the packet, which will be spare. Bring that. This is going on there, and this is facing also inwards. So if I turn that way around, that makes that a little bit easier to do. There we go. That's okay. So they're both facing downwards for some reason. Not sure why that is, but I'm sure it will become clear momentarily. We're going to use a BP screw for this plastic part, which is going, let's get it right, that end on that way. There's a peg and a screw hole. Again, there's a small hole that's got room for the peg, and the larger one will have a screw going through it. So that's just going to go on there like that. Or will it go that way around? Or will it go the other way around? That doesn't seem to fit through there. So let's try it the other way around and see if that's going to fit through there. I can't quite. No, the peg is definitely going through the smaller hole. Let me try with a pair of tweezers so I can actually hold it and see where I'm doing. Probably about there. It keeps turning. Keeps rotating while I'm trying to put it in place. That's terrible. That's not fun. Try that again. Don't want to bend the little lugs sticking out the sides because they're what we're going to be putting hoses and pipes onto. So I can hold it very gently on that and then sort of feel if I can get that located. There we go. Yes, it is on there, and it is the way I thought it was. The small hole is for the peg, and the larger one is where the screw's going to go through from the other side. In there. Through into the plastic of the part that I've just put there. Lined up. Finger on it the other side so I can feel that it is in fact not just pushing it out the way, it is going in there. So yep, that is that. There we have it. So far so good. Now we need the rest of the kit, the rest of the car. That is that way round. That is that way round. And this is fitting on there like that. There's a couple of holes here that are lining up with here by the looks of it. Just about there. We're using the EM screws for that, and then a couple more on the other side as well. So let's get a couple of those out for now. I'm not going to bother taping that back up again because I'm going to be using it momentarily. See if I can get that lined up there. Not lined up, is it? It feels like it's almost lined up, but not quite. That feels better. Get that in there just a couple of turns. Get the other side done as well. And then there are two more to put in down here. Sure they are actually. Yeah, they're lining up with the ends of this here. So two more of those screws to come out. And that will be the end of this part of the build. Starting to get the car coming together. Doesn't feel like that's lined up. Let's give it a little wiggle. It doesn't feel quite right. So let's give up. Let's try the other one. Feels like it's not moving as much as that other side, so something's obviously not quite right on the other side there. But that is tightening up in there, so I'm not going to tighten that too much. I'm going to have a look over here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra sort of twisting to do. Something's not lined up 100%, but it will be once that screw goes in. Like that. There we go. Yeah, that's lined up now. So that is that. We have started on the main body, the chassis. I'm assuming that these are probably where the seats fit. Now, Kitt does have a back seat, although he's only got the 2 doors. So the back is obviously smaller than the front by quite a lot. So there's probably another section about the same, which has got the back and the boot, the trunk section on it as well. So we get an idea as to the scale and the size of it. But I'm quite happy with how this is coming along. You can imagine it now with the scanner on the front, the hood, the dash sitting in there. I like it. I like it quite a lot. Thank you very much for joining me on the build. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Do let me know in the comments if you are or if you're not. And I'll see you very shortly for more of the build. Bye bye for now.